Hey guys, it's Nakayla, and it's sort of different location. Well, it's a different location because I'm in the multi-purpose room in my dorm, and if I look out the window's right here, and there's also a window behind me of like people gonna probably walk by. I was looking at story time videos. I was like, I want to tell a story, so this was going to be about how I'm a ride or die friend, which it still is, because y'all, I am a ride or die friend. Do not mess with my friends. If you mess with my friends, you're messing with me. And this happened like 2 years ago, so I don't really care. I'm over it. I hope they're over it, but I'm changing the names of people in this video, you know, for the sake, you know, what do they say? The names have been changed, you know what I'm saying. I'm changing the name. Whatever, to preface this story, the high school that I went to, 85 people graduated our class. Out of that 85, 10 people, about 10, went to the school I'm at now. So 10 of us went to the same college. Out of those 10, one of my closest friends that I've known forever, we're gonna say her name is Maddie. We went to the same school. We've been going to the same school since we were little kids. So it was just like, yay, I went to the same with my best friend. Maddie roomed with this other girl that went to school with us, high school with us, Leah and Maddie. Leah is like, I would have never ever thought they would room together, or I would never thought I would be hanging out with Leah, because she's just like if you look at me and you look at her, you'll be like, y'all hung out. Yes, we did. So Leah and Maddie roomed together, and only reason why they actually roomed together is because Leah didn't want to room with anybody she didn't know, so she chose Maddie and took my roommate. I wanted me and Maddie to room up, but so she took her. And there was like the other people that we hung out with was Whitney and Tiffany. That's what I'm gonna call them, Whitney and Tiffany. Whitney and Tiffany and we all had separate rooms. So only people that roomed together were Leah and Maddie. And all of us will hang out together because we didn't know anyone else, and we really didn't venture out to know anyone else. So Leah, Maddie, Tiffany, and Whitney, and me, we were all together. This goes along with the story. I love bacon. Love bacon to death. If you didn't know, you can cook bacon in the microwave. You can cook bacon in the microwave. Like, yes, they have microwave bacon, but you also can just buy the microwave bacon is more expensive than like the regular old bacon. So you can also buy regular old bacon, put it on some paper towels in the microwave, and microwave it up. Like, very simple. I lived in a dorm. I love bacon. I want to eat breakfast. So I used to microwave bacon all the time. So Leah and Tiffany was all like, oh my gosh, you microwave bacon, I bet it's not cooked. Why would I eat some raw ass bacon? Please tell me that. I am not going to eat some raw bacon and jeopardize my health. I'm like, oh my gosh, you eat raw bacon? It's not like I'm cooking a steak in the microwave. I am cooking some bacon. They're thin pieces of pork. Leave me alone. That's how I was just like very frustrated. So now flash forward, I leave actually in February because of some family stuff. I leave. And then I come back for my sophomore year, or if you consider that my second year of college, I'll say. And I tell Maddie, I said, you know what, Maddie? I think it's just gonna be me and you this year. I really do. I don't know, I had feel it, and I was right. Okay, so a month later, this is September. This is the Great Bacon Massacre of 2013, where we're all cool and stuff. Maddie, Leah, and Tiffany and Whitney, they all live in the same room. When I left, well, they all decided to room together. So I'm back in my own room or whatever. I was sort of upset about that, but then I got over it, and I'm so glad I was in room. With September, I'm in lab, and if you ever took a lab class, you know that is the most boring thing ever. I've only had one lab that I like really enjoyed, but this is like the most boring thing ever, and you're just ready to go, ready for those 3 hours to be up. I get a text from Maddie. Maddie's like, have you been on Twitter? Did you see what your friend said? Like, your friends? And I was like, no. So then I go on Twitter, but I don't get it. Like, I'm just like, what is she talking? I read about like Maddie doesn't wash her hands, and I'm just like, what is going on? So then like me and Matt, we still do. We go to the cafeteria to eat every day at 4:30. But so me and Maddie go to the cafeteria. Here's the story. This is what I know. This is Maddie's side of the story. This is the only side I got. And of course I'm gonna believe my best friend. So Maddie was like, she was in the kitchen And Leah was in the kitchen frying bacon, talking on the phone to her mama. And then next thing everybody knows the alarm goes off, but she burned the bacon, and then that alarm made the whole like area alarm go off, so everybody had to go out their building and stuff because she set the alarm. Maddie is a goofy person, like she's very goofy. Maddie puts on Twitter, oh my gosh, crying emoji, I can't believe Leah just burnt the bacon and set the alarm off. Leah got very offended by it. So Leah started making up lies about Maddie. Leah was like, Maddie doesn't wash her hands, Maddie stinks up the bathroom, she just like Maddie does this, does that. Maddie was like, why are you lying on me and all that stuff. So me, being the friend I am, like y'all, if you, like I said, if you mess with my friends, you're messing with me. Like I just feel hit. Like don't mess with my friends. Like if you consider a friend of mine, you must feel very special because I'm just serious. I thought it was just so funny because it's like, okay, you talked about me cooking bacon in the microwave and you burning bacon on the stove. Like I put on Twitter, being childish, put my hand on something that I wasn't supposed to put on. So I'll say, PSA, everyone should cook their bacon in the microwave. First, I didn't explain this. Leah and Maddie, first it was just them, but then Whitney decided to pop up in it and was like, had said some stuff about Maddie too, and it was just like, but you weren't even in it. So the main reason why I popped myself up in it because Whitney decided to pop herself up in it and Maddie just was by herself. So I was just like, okay, I got something to say too. You talked about me cooking bacon in the microwave, look at you burning bacon on the stove. And after that, me and Maddie were at the gym. And then during that whole little thing, they were just talking about us on Twitter and was saying,
you come to 4107 and you can come and tell me what you have to say.
And all that stuff, and I just was like, okay, it's really not that serious. You're the one getting mad and lying on people. So after that, we didn't talk to each other. Of course, like I would just say hey to them sometimes, but like most time we didn't say anything to each other. Like if me and Maddie would walk in the room, we just walk right past them, not say nothing, not even look eye to eye. I realized after I did it, I was very immature about it. Like I was talking to my boyfriend at the time and he was like, I just feel like that was like very immature. And then it was just like, when he said, I was just like, oh, yeah, that was immature. I can't believe I stooped to their level. Tiffany, her name's Tiffany. Tiffany, she didn't stick her head in at all. Maybe she said some stuff to them, but she didn't say anything on Twitter, and I do applaud her for that. Fast forward a little bit, Tiffany comes to me and is like,
I just feel like that it was very wrong because you didn't have anything to do with it, and then I just was like, she was like, that's just how I feel.
And I just was like, okay, that's cool. Thank you, Tiffany, for telling me that. Is that gonna affect me? No. So I just went along. And this whole time, Tiffany and Leah were in the gospel choir with me and Maddie. So we're singing, praising Jesus, and still like having like some type of grudge against each other, or something like that. I don't know what to call it. We're about to sing for our concert, and we were praying, and then the prayer just like hit me, and I was like, Nakayla, you know what? You can't be praising Jesus, ministering to people about love your neighbor and all that stuff, and you have this little grudge thing against them. I don't even think it was a grudge. I don't know what to call it. So then after the prayer, I hugged Tiffany and Leah, and I was like, I'm so sorry if I did anything wrong to you. I'm so sorry. And then I went straight to their room and I told Whitney, I was like, Whitney, I am so sorry if I did anything wrong to you. And then we all went to Zaxby's after that. So we were cool, like I said. Like, we apologized, we were cool, we were cordial. Of course, we weren't like close as we were. Like we didn't do certain things with them, but we were cool for the most part. We would say hi to each other. If you didn't know, I like to do hair. If you're subscribed to my channel, you should know. I like do my hair and I like do other people's hair. Somebody asked me, how much do I charge for braids? On Twitter, she asked me. I said 50. Next thing I know, I look on Twitter and I see Leah and Whitney yapping about,
don't do it. You're gonna regret it. Don't do it.
Like, what the heck are they talking about? So we all go to the same school. So I was like, if they're talking about somebody, I'll probably follow them. So I'm just scrolling down my timeline. I'm like, wait, they talking about me. They talking about me and my hair ability.
It's like, you're gonna regret it. You don't need to spend your money on that.
It's like, they're talking about me. You never saw me do hair before though. And they had no reason to talk about me because their hair looked just, both of them were separate, it looked horrible. Then together it looked like a hot, funky, moving mess. And I will admit, during that time I was transitioning. If you ever transitioned before from perm to natural, you know sometimes your hair be looking a mess. I will admit my hair would be looking a mess sometimes, but still, with them combined, my hair was looking better than theirs. I was like, they're talking about me. So I think I called my dad or something. I just tell him about it. I don't put anything on Twitter because I'm just like, I'm above that now. I learned my lesson. I don't want to feel that way. Because after I did that a long time ago, I was just like, I just couldn't believe myself. I was so disappointed in myself for stooping to their level. I'm not gonna stoop to their level again. I just tell my dad about it. Then I tell Maddie about it, and I tell my best friend, my other best friend that don't even go here. She goes to school in South Carolina, so I tell her. So my best friend that goes to school in South Carolina puts on Twitter, she doesn't follow them at all, but she puts on Twitter, I can't stand when people knock someone else's hustle. That's all she says, and I retweet it. I would have never thought they would have figured out that that was about them, because one is from my best friend in South Carolina, and two, she don't even follow them. Three, I hadn't said anything about it the whole day. This was at nighttime. Like, let's say they start tweeting about me about 1 o'clock. This was probably around 10 or 11 that I had retweeted a tweet for someone that's in South Carolina. Then they start talking about me again.
Oh my gosh, if you felt hit, you should have said something, and you're assuming.
And all that stuff, because back then, like when the bacon thing, I had said that they were assuming about that stuff I said about them, which actually was about them.
You're assuming, who's assuming now?
I was like, I'm done though. I would have said something. I would have said something to you on Twitter then if I was really hurt about it. I was like, I didn't feel any type of way to say anything. And it's like,
yes, you did feel some type of way, because you wouldn't have told your best friend if you didn't feel some type of way.
And I was like, I have a phone and she's my friend, so I can call her and tell her what happened in my day. Can't I? Because she's my best friend, and that's what you do when you have friends. So I just did that, didn't I? Yes, I did. So it was like, you
felt hit. You felt hit.
And I was like, I'm done with it. And it's like, okay,
be done. Just stop talking about it.
Well, stop tweeting me on Twitter. Keep on saying stuff. If I'm done, and you just like, I'm done too. Okay, stop saying stuff then. Like, it's done. Keep on saying stuff. And then my best friend, she jumped in it too, and I was like, don't do it, because you're gonna feel something, like you're not gonna feel good about yourself after that. And then she jumped in and was like, had said some stuff just to defend me, because she was ride or die too for me. She said some stuff, but I was just done. So I told Whitney and Leah, I was like, I'm done. Stop doing this. And I was like, I'm done. I don't want to say all this stuff on Twitter. I learned from my mistake last time. I said all that on Twitter, and they still kept on yapping. I guess that was done after that, because I don't think I got an apology. I didn't get an apology, because I mean, it was so like, I just was like, you never saw me do anyone's hair. You never saw me do anyone's hair. And for that little argument, I have done one of their hair. I like put some curls in it and put rollers in it for them. And then y'all, after like, I swear about a month or a couple weeks after that argument on Twitter about I can't do hair, one of them asked me to dye their hair. Like, one of them was like, she had bright like orange red hair, like it looked ugly. I can say that. It was very ratchet, but it fit her personality. She had like bright orange red hair, and she was like, it's too bright and all that stuff. And I was like thinking like, yep, yes it is. It's just like, can you help me? I just don't know what to do. And I was just like, well, we can get like a red dye to go over it, like a darker red. And that's what we did. I did it for her. Like, I dyed it for her. And it's just like, oh, but I can't do hair though. Okay, you're gonna let me touch your hair, but I can't do hair. Okay, girl, okay. Now, like, after that, we split apart. I'm roommates with Maddie now, and those three are roommates together. we're all like separate roommates. We all live in the same area or whatever. I mean, I'm glad that's over. It was somebody, they need to be out our lives, and I'm so happy because at the same time I knew from the jump start that I would never, like, I never considered them a friend at all. They were just someone to hang out with. Whitney and Leah, like, they will not talk to us. Like, Whitney would just stare at us, would just like, or avoid us, pretend that she's on her earphones, have listen to music when she is not listening to music. She sees us and looks back down, just not say hey. Like, all you gotta do is put your hand up. Like, you gotta kill people with kindness, honestly. I just like to be nice now.
Okay, this is the end of the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at Queen Nakayla. And also be sure to click on the video, my last video about curly twirls. And always remember, you guys, to protect your crown.